Well, well, Mount Vernon, we are here once again. I am extremely honored to be your mistress of ceremonies for the 2019 commencement ceremony for Mount Vernon High School. I am going to ask everyone to remain standing as I call forth the president of the National Honor Society, Miss Jada Pinkett. And Jada will present the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was our national anthem sung by Miss Sabrina Pisoni. Please give her another warm round of applause. I'm sorry, we're going to call for Miss Vice President of the Board of Education, Miss Arlene Torres.
Good evening, class of 2019, parents, guests, faculty, members of the administration, Dr. Hamilton, and my fellow trustees. On behalf of the Board of Education, I commend you, the class of 2019, for your diligence and commitment to your future. We are honored to serve you, to share these moments with you, and we are oh so proud of your accomplishments. Your efforts and perseverance have not only guaranteed each of you a seat at this graduation, but also qualified you to make decisions about your life. Class of 2019, you will now be responsible for you. Choose wisely, and in all things, let prudence be your guide. I ask that you each challenge yourself to explore beyond what is familiar and comfortable. I ask that you engage yourselves and others academically, civically, and professionally for the betterment of our society. Mostly, I ask that you enjoy your journey as you continue to learn, excel, and prosper. Now go, open your minds and hearts to the infinite opportunities before you. Your future is waiting. Congratulations, class of 2019.
And now to bring greetings, I would like to present to you our very proud principal of Mount Vernon High School, Mr. Ronald Gonzalez.
Well, greetings to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kenneth R. Hamilton, members of the Mount Vernon City School District School Board, distinguished guests, parents, friends, and of course to the candidates for graduation of the class of 2019. I am deeply honored to stand before you this evening and bring welcome and one last address to the graduates of the class of 2019. Each year, a distinct cohort of students begins their senior year with many unanswered questions, hopes, fears, uncertainties, new friendships, and on the horizon, lots and lots of essay writing. What most seniors don't realize is the lasting impact you leave on those that serve you on a daily basis. Your brief interactions with me, either in the hallways, cafeteria, or classrooms, leave lasting memories. Like that time I was observing a teacher that tried to give Shanisha a high five, and she calmly looked up and said, "We're not friends just because the principal's here." Or during your sophomore year, when I took Aldo and Destiny with me, two very shy students as 10th graders, to A.B. Davis to recruit incoming 9th graders for our AVID classes, and I watched them mature before my eyes. Of course, there were countless and countless and countless interactions with Jourdain about everything related to senior year. And while many of you don't realize how impactful your lives are on us, I want to take a minute to encourage you to deeply think about that. Think about that one teacher who either this year or another year pushed you to do more. Think especially about the people around you that impact who you are. They say that you are a sum of the 5 people closest to you. So as you begin this next phase of your lives, be careful whom you associate yourself with. And remember to use mistakes as a stepping stone towards a solution. Don't unpack your bags and live with that mistake. And don't let your past define your future. So I want to share a little personal story with you about finding courage and not stepping forward. There's an exercise that's very often used in the field of education called an equity walk or a privilege walk. All participants begin standing shoulder to shoulder in a straight line across a room or a large space. A narrator then reads a series of questions or statements, and if the statement pertains to any of the participants, they either take a step forward or backwards. Some of the questions in the equity walk include, if your ancestors were forced to come to the United States not by choice, but by necessity, take one step back. If there were people who worked for your family as servants, gardeners, nannies, etc., take one step forward. If you were ever called names because of your race, class, ethnicity, gender, or sexual orientation, take one step back. If you were raised in an area where there was violence, drug activity, etc., take one step back. If your parents attended college, take one step forward. I'm sure by now you can imagine that when the exercise is complete, all of the participants who started at the very same place are at varying places throughout the room. And what I want to share with you is that I have participated in this activity on several occasions, and I'm always quite confident in where I'm going to end up at the conclusion of the narrator's questions. right at the back of the line. And so what I decided to do is start right from where I am and lead right from there. Leading courageously and leading fearlessly. Courage is defined as the quality of mind, of spirit, that enables a person to face difficulty, danger, or pain without fear. Courage, in its root form Latin, is synonymous with strength and power, valor, firmness, perseverance, harmony. When you sum all of these up, you have everything you need to succeed in life. As a Mount Vernon High School graduate, your valor, perseverance, and resilience have prepared you to lead right where you are. I wish you continued success, and God bless you.
At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to the salutatorian of Mount Vernon High School and member of the National Honor Society, Miss Messiah Brown.
Can you all just do me a favor and close your eyes so I'll feel a lot less nervous? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Kim. I love you. Hello, parents, teachers, relatives, friends, and all of the beautiful faces I see before me. Thank you all for coming, and good evening. I kept wondering and questioning what I wanted to talk about in my speech, what I wanted to say. I was nonstop stressing over this speech. I had no clue what I wanted to say, and then last night, as I sat in front of the light of my laggy computer, it dawned on me. Today isn't about what I want to say. Today isn't about me. It's not about you or the girl behind me. It's just about the beautiful, it's not about the beautiful young adults ready to walk this stage. I'm talking about you, Mvhs. It's not about the parents in the audience. Hi, Daddy. And Tanya. Where are you? Can you raise your hand? Where are you, Tanya? I just can't find you. Okay. Tanya! Hey, Tanya! It's not about the parents in the audience. Today is about all of us. The counselors who broke their backs trying to help us turn in a paper. The student crying over an English assignment that they are doing the last minute. The principal trying to make it to every single event at school. And the child who doesn't know how they're going to get through another day at school. Today, we have all accomplished a great feat. We have all embarked on the last page of just one of the chapters in our lives. And after this page has turned, then we will be moving on to the next chapter. For some of us, that chapter may be college. For some, it may be starting a business. It may be helping their parents, joining the workforce, joining the army, or even entering the entertainment industry. The other day, I rode my bike past the elementary I used to go to. And I thought to myself, there was once a time where I could fit in that tiny school. And then I thought, there was once a time when I was in the 7th grade. Once a time I was in the 8th grade. There was even once a time when I stepped foot at Mount Vernon High School for the first time. During the first week of school, I got lost after every few steps I took. Now I walk these halls like it's nothing. And after today, I won't get to walk these halls again. I'll be walking into the next stage in my life, and so will all of us. I'm sorry if my speech is too long. Please bear with me. Honestly, I did not think that I would be salutatorian. When my amazing counselor, Miss Williams, called me and my good friend Victoria into her office, I had no clue she was going to tell me that I would be speaking with you all tonight. I didn't think I made the cut because these past 4 years have been countless hurdles for me. Some hurdles life threw at me, such as having a flood in my house, which destroyed most of my belongings, financial struggles, being hit by a car, depression, and difficult subjects. And other hurdles I created myself, such as procrastinating work, comparing myself to others, and being self-destructive. We all have our own unique challenges. And after we leave here today, we will continue to have our own unique challenges. This is not the end of the race, because life is not a marathon. It's an ultra-marathon. There is no particular destination in which we all have to go. We all have our own individual path to walk. No one will walk my path, and neither will I walk anyone's path. The race of life is not about coming first, second, or third. It's about all of us crossing that finish line, and that finish line is all of our individual dreams, goals, passions, and individual reasons for being here. There is no set time for when you come across the finish line, but the time will come, and don't compare your time to someone else's time. Be proud of yourself, and don't compare yourself to anyone, because you won't get anywhere doing that. Everyone is here on this earth for their reason, and even if you don't know what that reason is yet, it's okay. We're not here to compete with each other. We are here to embrace each other. And now, for the ending, Jada, Igor, Victoria Nicole Gomez-Small, Aurora, Bridget, Alondra, Baghdad, Tiffany, Nayaz, Damien, Dante, Tyrese, Shanisha, Tatiana, Ryan, Tyrese, and all of the people I don't know and do know, but I didn't mention your name because I don't want the speech to go on too long. But I have, and all the people I've walked the halls with, and even if you don't know me, I'm sure you've seen me, congratulations. My speech isn't over yet, though. This is your big day. And all of that hard work paid off. All of the hours spent in Miss Williams' office paid off. Parents, faculty, officer council, Miss Williams, Miss Vanessa, my daddy, my dad, Tanya, Ginger, and Chloe. All the hours you invested in us paid off. I want you all to keep in mind the race is not for the swift, but for those who endure to the end. Amen, yeah. And in this race called life, everyone gets a prize once we participate and push to the end. So keep pushing and never give up. And as much as possible, try to be a good captain of your lives. The end. I'm just kidding, I've got 2 more paragraphs. I'm kidding, it's done.
It's the beginning of her stage career. At this time, we will have a musical selection from the Mount Vernon Royals. They'll be playing Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder and Jammin' by Bob Marley. And now, I present to you the valedictorian of Mount Vernon High School with a GPA of 98.96, Miss Victoria Gomez Small.
Good evening, Superintendent Hamilton, Principal Gonzalez, family, friends, and Mount Vernon High School's graduating class of 2019. I am honored to have been chosen to be the valedictorian of the graduating class of 2019. I would not be standing here if it were not for just a few people who have supported me during my high school journey. My mom and dad, thank you for your unconditional love and support. Miss Williams, who always motivated us to do our very best. To Gerald Dennis, Director of the NSSA STEM program, Star Scholars and Teresa Weber, my Star Scholars mentor, Wendell Johnson, Director of the Yes I Can program, and my friends who were there for me during the rough times. 4 years of high school have really gone by fast. All of us graduating today may have had a parent or someone older than them say, the high school will go by just like that. Perhaps we didn't believe that when we were freshmen, because 4 years seemed like a long way to go. But here we are. Today is the official day that we graduate from Mount Vernon High School. We did it. Many people think that Mount Vernon High is a bad school. They do. Oh my God. They don't want to send their children here because they don't expect their children to thrive here. They think that children who graduate from here don't accomplish much. People who think that can never be more wrong. We are off to accomplish great things. We are going off to colleges and universities all around the country. Some of us are going to the military, and some of us are starting our careers. Yes, throughout our high school careers, there have been challenges we have had to overcome. But those people who think negatively about this school and its students do not truly know who we are. When I look at my graduating class, I see students who are talented, intelligent, passionate, and have unlimited potential. Now that we are graduating from high school, we are starting a new chapter in our lives. We must be wise and learn from our past mistakes and work towards not repeating them. Despite there being countless opportunities at Mount Vernon High School for us to take advantage of, perhaps at some point we fell victim to the hands of procrastination, disorganization, and poor time management. I know that I have. This last year of high school has been one of the most challenging for me, with applying to colleges and scholarships, balancing AP classwork, and staying involved in extracurricular activities. And perhaps it was for you too. However, as we move forward, there will be many more challenges that we have to face, perhaps more difficult than the ones before. And we can't let ourselves get in our own way. As we move ahead to pursue our dreams, we must put 100% into everything we do. We are talented, so we can't let our talents go to waste by being lazy and procrastinating. Whether we want to be doctors, chemists, computer scientists, music producers, or artists, we are all so gifted and have so much to contribute to this world. So realize that from here, the work will get tough. Whether it's studying rigorous college work, applying for internships, going on interviews, taking exams, and maintaining a healthy social life while living on our own, all this may become overwhelming. Nothing we do from here on will be easy. Many of the goals we have will require hard work, and we need to be ready to put in the work. Others around us may seem like they have it all together, and we may get discouraged and start telling ourselves, I can't do this, or I'm not smart enough. Or others around us may tell us that we can't accomplish our goals. But do not believe it. Don't let yourself become your own worst enemy. Everyone around you will be going through tough times, but just know that you will get through it. Always believe in your abilities and never be afraid to reach out and ask for help. Talk to others around you because you might find out that they're going through the same thing and you can support each other and get through the hard times. Although we may be far from home, we should never forget where we came from. We should always remember our parents, friends, community members,
teachers, and guidance counselors like Ms. Williams, who have sacrificed their time so we can get to where we are today. These are the people that support us, love us unconditionally, and want us to succeed. We must remember to return to our Mount Vernon community and give back, to spread the knowledge we learned while we were away. We must return to help the students in our high school so that they can also reach higher places. Because if we forsake our high school, who else will be there to build it up? As we move forward, let's remember that we are a reflection of our parents and our community. So continue bringing positivity to our community and make your parents proud. Thank you.
My mission is to see souls saved and liberated, bodies healed, and God's people delivered. These are the words of our keynote speaker for this evening, Bishop Derek G. Owens. Bishop Derek G. Owens was raised and born right here in Mount Vernon, New York, by his parents, Leroy and Peggy Owens. I gotta love that first name. Both entrepreneurs who have been charitable benefactors to our community. In 1987, Bishop Owens married the former Sheila Denise Coates. Their happy union produced 4 children, Marquise, Aaron, Danielle, and Stefan. After marriage in 1987, Bishop Owens went into the ministry and began to excel rapidly. He was ordained teacher in 1988, ordained elder in 1990, and ordained bishop in 1995. In 2004, Bishop Owens started the Golden Sword International Fellowship Church. The church is located in Bronxville, New York. In 2016, Bishop Owens was appointed the first police chaplain in the city of Bronxville, New York. In 2017-18, the Golden Sword International Fellowship was voted the best place to worship in Bronxville. Bishop Owens also served as a chaplain for several nursing homes in Westchester, Dutchess counties, and has taught several classes and developed curriculum at Theological Institute. Bishop Owens can be heard on the radio weekly in his series called Grace for Grace on WMCA 570 on the AM dial every Tuesday night from 9 to 9:15 p.m. Bishop Owens holds a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration from American International College, a Master of Science in Computer Science from New York University, and several leading industry certifications. Bishop Owens works for a major technology service provider as a consulting systems architect, assigned to one of the largest financial institutions in the world. His responsibilities include leading, planning, and implementing services around the data center campus and enterprise environments. One of many successes in Bishop Owens' career includes his instrumental involvement in a winning 3M branch transformational engagement last month that will roll out new technology across 5,100 financial centers in North America. I am honored to introduce to you our keynote speaker again, Bishop Derek G. Owens.
Good evening. Greetings and salutations to the Mount Vernon High School District Superintendent, Dr. Hamilton, to his assistant, and to the distinguished faculty and all of the various administrators in their related positions, to Principal Gonzalez, and to all of the Mount Vernon High School alumni. And what about this illustrious and outstanding Mount Vernon High School students that make up the graduating class of 2019? Come on, let's take a moment. Yes. Yes, we need to take a moment and wholeheartedly applaud and celebrate each and every one of you today because you have done it. I also want to congratulate all the parents, the friends, family, aunties, uncles, Medias, Lalas, Nanas, Papas, Grandpapas, all of the people that helped you get to where you are today. Congratulations, you made it. Would you give yourself a hand? I really want to make sure I salute and recognize the support system, because the old African adage is still true, and that is, it takes a village to raise a child. It is an honor to stand before you both as a commencement speaker and also a fellow Mount Vernon High School graduate from the class of 1982, when the dinosaurs roamed the earth. I have to tell you, I have very fond memories of my upbringing. I was just telling the illustrious Mayor Thomas, I grew up in the Heights, right around the corner from Graham School. I went to Traphagen Elementary School, and then went to Davis in middle school. And then some of you might remember, during the time when we were dinosaurs and roamed the earth, they had an 8th grade wing at Mount Vernon High School, where we had the privilege of looking at homegrown talent of Sky's the Limit and Bits and Pieces after lunch. I can't get no help in here. Homegrown talent of concerts that was available right after lunch on Friday. I'm telling you, they're wonderful, wonderful memories. And once again, I want to reiterate the point that it takes a village to raise a child. My point comes because I'm so excited about the teachers that I see, about the distinguished faculty, because I can remember in my junior year, I had Mr. Kentz as the chemistry teacher, and I did not pass the Regents. So Mr. Carapella, who was an assistant principal, called my mother and told my mother that your son has to go to summer school so that he can graduate and so that he can get a scholarship. And so what I had to do was get up early in the morning, ride my bike every day, and go to summer school and listen to these 2 hours of boring lecture of chemistry. I can't get no help in here. Maybe you never had to do that. But I want to tell you something. I appreciate Mr. Carapella. I appreciate Mr. Alfonso Grimes. I appreciate all of the teachers and all of the various administrations to help me be who I am today. Without that foundation, I would be nowhere. And I really want to remind you, and I want to bring that point home, because Coach Cimino, you might remember this. My senior year, I started to get calls from St. Joseph's, UMass. I started to get calls from Florida International College, which is in Melbourne, Florida. And my mother said, when she saw the picture and they wanted to bring me down there for spring break, she said, ain't no way in the world you going down to Melbourne Beach during spring break. So what I ended up doing was going to Springfield, Massachusetts on a full athletic scholarship, which I had the privilege of just taking what I learned from Mount Vernon. I took it up to Springfield, Massachusetts, because Mount Vernon has such rich soil and rich tradition that you should be able to flourish and you should be able to prosper with all of the assistance and all of the help that has been afforded you for these past 4 years in Mount Vernon High School. I have to tell you, across this country, there is no less than 3.2 million seniors that are going to graduate from high school across 37,000 high schools across this country. So think about that. That's 37 salutatorians, 37,000 valedictorians. There's going to be 92,000 harmonizing altos. There's going to be 350,000 jocks like I was. And then there's also going to be 2.15 million UGG boots that are going to be worn. I have to tell you, as this planet reaches 8 billion people, 8 billion people, listen to this, 8 billion people on this planet, there's over 62% of the 8 billion that have cellular phones. And can I tell you, as we live in this generation of social media platforms like Facebook, like Instagram, like Twitter, like Reddit, and like Dig, I have to tell you that medical science tells us that there are at least 30 to 60,000 thoughts that come across our mind every single day. And this is actually where the battle is. The battle is in our mind. And so if there's one thing I would want to propose, and if I was going to write the narrative for these graduates, I would say this is the time as you enter into the next dimension of your life that you have to remove all doubt, you have to remove all unbelief, you have to remove all procrastination, and as you move into this next phase, I want to give you the thoughts of Norman Vincent Peale, who said, if you change your thoughts, you will change your world. And let me be brief. I just want to give you 3 points, and I'm going to get out of your way. The first point I would like to leave with the 2019 Mount Vernon High School students graduating class. The first point I want to leave are these 6 words, and that is think big, believe big, and then do big. I want you to resonate. Somebody needs to tweet that. Think big, believe big, and do big. There was a French philosopher named René Descartes, and he said, cogito ergo sum, which is I think, therefore I am. Everything starts in the thoughts that you think. You are no better than the thoughts that you think. If you think yourself little, you will be little. If you think yourself weak, you will be weak. But if you think yourself strong, you will be strong. If you think yourself up, you will be up. All you need is one thought. This is the season in your life that we need to remove all distractions, all confusion, all turmoil, and we need to find a peaceful place so that we can meditate and think about the things that we're going to do in this next season in our life. Now that you are getting ready to be handed a diploma, you have to ask yourself the question, what will you do with what you have to make life better? There is a particular story in Scripture where the Lord tells Abraham, just go out and look and tell me what you see. Abraham says, I see the stars in the sky. I see the sand upon the seashore. In other words, the interpretation is, whatever you see, that which you will become. You are creative because you have been created in the likeness of the Creator. You need to be creative in order to live the full potential in your life. Hey, God never gives us a finished product. God never made the telephone. He never made a laptop. He never made an automobile. He never made big, massive computers. He never made iPhones. He never made iPads. He never made Android devices. But what he does make is he gives us minerals from the earth. He gives us steel. He gives us iron. He gives us gold. He gives us these raw materials so that we can have the creative imagination and the juice to see what he has given unto us and to make something fantastic. I'm telling you, we need to think big, we need to believe big, and we need to do big. I want to tell you, you're one thought away from becoming a billionaire. You're one thought away from having the cure to cancer. You're one thought away from having the cure to diabetes. You're just one thought away. Between our right ear and between our left ear, there is something called the cerebellum, the cerebrum, and the medulla. In other words, it's called the brain. God has given us this brain so that we can use it to think big, to believe big, and to do big. Would you repeat that after me? Think big, believe big, now do big. Now would you just high five your neighbor and say, think big, believe big, and do big. As a man thinketh, so is he. Henry Ford said, if you think you can, or if you think you can't, you're right. Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. So in other words, repetition becomes our reputation. Therefore, excellence ought to be a habit and not one single act. Don't ever forget that we need to think big, we need to believe big, and we need to do big. The second thing I want to leave with you, don't be afraid to take risks. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing small in settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living. I'm sure you've had experiences in school, and in some cases applying to colleges, trying to pick out your major, planning and deciding, what am I going to do with this next phase in my life? And some people have even told you, well, if you can't get into this school, have a plan B. Make sure you've got a plan B. That's what some people would say, just in case some things don't work out. And I'm going to tell you, you don't need a plan B. You need to take control of your passion. You need to have some faith and some perseverance, and you need to go and get that thing with all of your might and with all of your strength and with all of your courage. You don't need a plan B. You just need to shoot for what you have the desire for, and if anything, let's fall forward. Not fall backwards, but fall forward. I know to some of my English teachers, it might sound oxymoronic, but I just want to say that if you fall forward, at least I'm on the right path of going towards my destiny. Do not be afraid to take risk. I was looking at and reading some things about Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson struck out more than any other Major League Baseball players. He has almost something like 2,800 strikeouts. But yet nobody remembers the strikeouts. They remember him as Mr. October for coming through in the clutch and hitting the home run. Do not be afraid to take risk, and do not be afraid to fail. They said Albert Einstein, when he was a child, he did not speak until he was 4 years old. He did not read until he was 7 years old. They had branded him mentally retarded, or there was something wrong with him. And look at what Albert Einstein did. He was the Nobel Prize winner. We're still talking about his law of relativity as it relates to physics. And yet Einstein went on to hold more than over 1,000 patents. Every failed experiment is just one step closer to success. Do not be afraid to take risk. Can I just tell you, think big, believe big, and do big. Can you repeat that? Think big, believe big, and can you say that one more time? Think big, believe big, and just one more time. Think big, believe big, and do big. To the graduating class of Mount Vernon 2019. I want to wish you all the best in all of your future endeavors. I want to encourage the faculty, please do not give up on our children. I know sometimes it takes a while, like myself, it took a while for me to finally get it. And I know, Mr. Mayor, some people on the outside saying, what is going wrong with Mount Vernon? Ain't nothing happened in Mount Vernon. Well, let me tell you something. They said the same thing about Jesus when they said, can any good thing come out of Nazareth? And people might be saying, can any good thing come out of Mount Vernon? Well, let me tell you something. I see future doctors. I see future lawyers. I see future entrepreneurs. I see future scientists. I see future nurse practitioners. I see media moguls. I see real estate moguls. Think big, believe big, and do big. My name is Bishop Derek Owens, and I approve this message.
I think we owe Bishop Owens another round of applause. That was amazing. Well, it is nearing the end of our commencement ceremonies. We have a few more things that we need to do before we can make it official. We have another musical selection. I'm so sorry, Mount Vernon Royals. They are going to play Sunflower by Post Malone and Location by Khalid.
Something you can through. She wanna take me on the cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. You're left in the dust, and I'm stuck by ya. You're sunflower. I think your love would be too much. You're left in the dust, and I'm stuck by ya. You're sunflower. You're sunflower. Every time I'm leaving, oh yeah, it don't make it easy, no. Wish I can be there for you. Give me a reason to go. Every time I'm walking out, I can hear you telling me turn around. Fighting for my trust, so we won't back down. Even if I gotta risk it all right now. You don't even know, but you always come and go. But it's out of my control. But it's out of my control. When you're left in the dust, and I'm stuck by ya. You're the sunflower. You're the sunflower. Send me your location, let's focus on communicating, 'cause I just need the time and place to come through, Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. At times I wonder why I fool you. This is new to me, this is new to you. Initially, I didn't want to fall for you. Gather my attention, it was all for you. So don't take advantage, don't leave my heart damaged. To understand that things are a little bit better when you're blended. Oh, so won't you send me your location, let's focus on communicating, 'cause I just need the time and place to come through, Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. I don't wanna fall in love off a subtweet, so let's get personal. I got a lot of cool spots that we can go. Tell me what's the deal and I got it. I'm only acting like this 'cause I like you. Just give me the right to fly in all of mine, make it mine by the night.
So won't you
send me your location, let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through, place to come through. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. Do 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 do. Oh, do 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 do. Oh, do 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 do. Send me your location, let's focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through, place to come through. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. I just need the time and place to come through, place to come through. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you,
nothing else
but you.
Thank you so much, Mount Vernon Royals. Please give them another warm round of applause. That was amazing. It was so beautiful to see all of you guys enjoying that. That was amazing. Okay, now back to business. So for the presentation of the class of 2019 to the superintendent of schools, I'd like to call again our principal, Mr. Ronald Gonzalez.
Okay, almost there. Very important order of business. Class of 2019 candidates for graduation. I present to you the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kenneth R. Hamilton.
Good evening to all of our guests, our mayor, Richard Thomas, to our principal, Ron Gonzalez, and our board trustees present this evening. I am honored to be before you this evening to offer a few words to our students, and we're going to get to awarding our diplomas and concluding our ceremony so that you can begin the next chapter of your lives. I want to first congratulate you for being able to sit before me this evening and demonstrating that you have, in fact, accomplished what many have not. And I'm going to ask you to indulge me for a minute, and I'm going to get out of your way. If you are, amongst our graduates, if you are an African American male, I'd like you to stand up. Remain standing, please. Just indulge me. If you are a female of color, please stand up. If you were raised by a single female, raise your hand. All right, please be seated. I'm going to tell you why I wanted to have that quick summary, that quick survey, because I am one of those African American males who, raised by a single female head of household, who many thought would not succeed. And when I was in your seat several years ago, graduating from high school, when others had thought I was a statistic that would land me on a street corner or incarcerated because of my zip code, I was sitting in your seats with 13 college acceptance letters. Among them, Harvard and Yale. And I want you to know that you have to remember, never let someone count you out. I'm going to draw on the wisdom of Nelson Mandela when he said, what counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is the difference we have made in the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we live. So what counts in life? Right now, what counts, the media would have you to believe what kind of car you have, or how many cars you have, how many rooms are in your house, or how many designer shoes you own, or how many designer jeans or suits you own. But the fact of the matter is, what counts is what difference you make in the lives of others. What counts is how much honor and dignity you bring to your family and to your name. What counts is the imprint you leave on the lives of others. I want you to always take with you this incredible message about making a difference in the world, and to always recognize how important it is to be a blessing to someone else. To remember how valuable you are as people who come from descendants of greatness, that your mark is great and your imprint must be great as well. To our parents, I know what your struggle is today. Your struggle is, how much do I hold on and how much do I let go? How do I let my child go on and experience life and at the same time provide them with the safety net they will need? And I will tell you that the recipe is a simple one. Lead with love and guidance, and understand that you are not here to be your child's friend. That you must set examples, you must set boundaries, and when they fall, help them up. You can't always break their fall, and that's what we want to do as parents. The hardest thing that we will ever do is have to watch our children make mistakes so that they learn from them. Because we know that we've made mistakes, we've been where they are, we know everything they're going through, the experiences and choices that they make, even though they don't know we know, we know. And it's always good to give them enough rope to experience life, but enough love to let them know that it's okay to make a mistake. So today I want to congratulate you, I want to commend you, and I want you to remember what counts. To not get caught up in the hype about what's going on social media, what's going on in our world as it relates to materialism and sensationalism and dramatizing other people's misfortune, but instead always take the high road and always be a message of hope to those that are less fortunate and those who will come behind you. And always come back to your community and be a helping hand. Amongst you are people who will come back and be teachers in our community, leaders, politicians, policymakers, lawyers, doctors, entrepreneurs. Among you is nothing but greatness, and anyone who tries to tell you something different is misleading you. When it's time to go left and someone is making you go right, do the right thing. I want you to always know that you will always have a home at Mount Vernon. There will always be people willing to extend a helping hand, provide you with guidance and support, and give you the advice that will help you make a decision that you may not necessarily be able to make on your own. And as the world is rapidly changing, you have been endowed with certain skills that will take you anywhere in life. And no matter what your GPA is, no matter what your accolades are as you graduate from high school, your character, which is not tested on a standardized assessment, but who you are as a human being, is indeed what counts the most. I am honored this evening to make a couple of special presentations. While we are extremely proud of our valedictorian and salutatorian for our graduating class, there's always someone who is often in the background, in the shadows. They may not necessarily have the highest GPA, but in spite of their challenges, they're here tonight as well to receive their accolades. Tonight, I'm honored to present an award, the Kenneth R. Hamilton Superintendent's Award, presented to the most improved student at Mount Vernon High School in recognition for your dedication and your hard work to earn this award as the most improved student, Javon Bramble. And Javon, before you go, I have another award here for you for academic excellence presented by my office. Congratulations, Javon. And last but not least, another superintendent's award for academic excellence presented to Michelle Osario. To our graduating seniors, I am extremely proud of you this evening. I am proud of what you have done. I am proud of the honor that you have brought to our district. I am proud to be the superintendent of Mount Vernon City School District. Congratulations to you and to our parents. Thank you for allowing us to educate your children and give them the tools they need to be successful in a world where people are often counted out. Congratulations.
At this time, from the class of 2000, I would like to call forward the Honorable Mayor Richard Thomas.
Good evening. Y'all ready to graduate? Are you sure about that? Because I heard there's an exam. Now, wait a minute. Did y'all thank your parents yet? Yes? Now, stand up and turn around and thank your parents real quick. Come on, y'all. Come on, thank your parents. They love you. We love you. Now, why y'all sitting down? Y'all gotta thank your superintendent, the school board, your principal, your teachers. Come on. Man, they just wanna go, Doc. All right, sit down, sit down, sit down. But I really wanna pause and say thanks to the school board and the superintendent and the principal for taking that bold step on Linda Fairstein. I think it was the right thing to do, because when they do see us, they fear us. And when they see you, they get blinded by your light. And I want you, as you all go out to get ready to take on the world, just remember this world is yours. You got to go out there and get it. As our keynote speaker said, think big, believe big, and do big. That's right. You got to go do big things. The world is waiting for you. Your dreams are waiting for you. You just go out there and get it. And on behalf of the city of Mount Vernon, congratulations, 2019 graduates. I'm excited for you. Anything the city of Mount Vernon can do, from Promenade to helping you launch your projects off, like the Royals. Brandon, good job with all the music you've been making and creating, making moves, big moves. Congratulations. But just know that the city is so proud of you. Congratulations, and go get them.
Class of 2019, please rise. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kenneth R. Hamilton, I present to you the candidates for graduation for the class of 2019.
Mr. Gonzalez, is it your assurance that the students standing before me today have satisfied all requirements to complete their high school education in accordance with the New York State Department of Education? Then, by the power invested in me by the state of New York, the New York State Department of Education, to our trustees, Trustee Torres, Trustee Jaros, Trustee Miller, I present to you the graduating class of Mount Vernon High School 2019. You may officially switch your tassels. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to call forward my colleagues, the school counselors of Mount Vernon High School, Mr. Anthony Gianelli, Ms. Tony Trombetta, Ms. Andrea Militano, and Mr. Sean Paul Wade to join me on stage. I would also like to call the members of the National Honor Society to please line up. And then we'll see. Victoria Gomez Small. Messiah Brown. Jada Pickett. Dante Richards.
Oh.
Damian Smith. Kelechi Enaji.
Oh, we got it right.
Phil Fisher. Tasheem Brown. Tiffany De Oliveira. Baghdad Numi. Rachel Mojica. Alondra Vera. Aurora Foster White. Bridget Beach Bankole. And last but not least, Jasmine Caldwell.
There you go.
Ready? And we have our avid class here, Celia Nugent.
Or Marlon Mendoza.
Deja Bethel.
Natalie Hernandez.
Destiny Cotrudo.
Shania Stewart.
Nia Whitaker.
John Valdez.
Aldo Cervantes.
David Little.
Kyle Ferguson. Kyle Ferguson.
Cornell Peterson.
Michigan, Matthew Andino.
Alejandro Torres.
Tavina.
Go ahead, go.
Is he done? Tavina Robinson.
Ramel Brown.
Sarai Lindsay.
Tavor Wetzel.
Shamoy McLaren.
Taekwon Wright. There you go, Taekwon.
Denisha Nugent.
Gregory Santiago.
Alexian Morgan.
Elvia Valerio.
Samelia McFarland.
Taekwon Branch.
Alicia Russell.
Devontae Nairn.
Kayla Knox.
Justin Liam Mandel.
Ariel Kidd.
Kadeem Booth.
L'Oreal Ricketts.
Thomas C. Brooks III.
Ariana Reed.
Spencer Sidey.
Ariana Phillips.
Igor Pereira.
Monisha Alexandre.
Twain Tapper.
Stephanie Pogue.
Mohammed Barry.
Lanaya Ravenel.
Jonathan Adams.
Cheyenne Vandenberg.
Darrell Singleton.
Brianna Campbell.
Taj Wright.
Angelica Lavendia.
Clifton Grant.
Ariana Harris.
Jordan Christopher Brown.
Makendra McLennan.
Keon Everett Murphy.
Shannon Staines.
Javon Dante Perkins.
Cheyenne Talbot.
Con Matthew Molasami.
Abigail Guy.
Elijah Arthur Tate.
Zias Fields.
Javon Desmond Powis.
Destiny Cumberbatch.
Joseph DeLisser.
Shanisha Griffiths.
Jordan Fields.
Kamoya Henry Ellis.
Jonathan Coit Lua.
Deanna Scott.
Amir Dinkins.
Patrice Gray.
Stephen Johnson Linton.
Kayla Angel.
Jovo Dehaney.
Zaya Blair.
Ali Alvarez.
Olivia Daly.
Ryan Anthony Guena.
Michelle Osorio.
Sincere DeLeon Hicks.
Samantha Stewart.
Deshaun Evans.
Sasha Pottinger.
Cameron Finley.
Chanel Tasia.
Matthew Daly.
Jennifer Romaine.
Jalen Bradshaw.
Alicia Welch.
DeAndre Ellis.
Anissa Ramsey.
Lance Kane.
Victoria D'Souza.
Javon Bramble.
Kayla Card.
Jesus Flores.
Ali Angelis. Colon Hernandez.
Ali Angelis Colon Hernandez.
John Gagan.
Alexis Brown Gilbert. Just
Alexis
Brown. Okay.
Brown.
Shane Allen.
Gabriela Ochoa.
Molly Douglas.
Adriana Harrigan.
Joel Cooper.
No. Jadis.
Jada Scales.
Christopher Fearon.
Deja Wilson.
Elijah Harris.
Alcigar.
Rhiannon Rory.
Allerton Alcigar.
Taina.
Taina Campbell.
Christian Gil Dominguez.
Princess Thompson.
Anderson Ferreira Gill.
Patricia Jones. Victoria McLaughlin.
Silverio Flores Perez.
Sade Minot.
Daia Cromwell.
Alexia Bernard.
Victor DaCosta.
Queenie Loren.
Chavain Hewlett.
Jordan Hood.
Owen Greenwich.
Veronique Williams.
Gianni Powell.
Natalie Farias.
Kijera Mahamadou.
Linda Lopez Nunez.
Tyrese McLaren.
Angelica.
Joseph Miller.
Angelica Urena.
Naya Samuel.
Mona Antoine.
Bryce Smith.
Cindy Alesquez Hernandez.
I don't know who you are. Go away.
Keith Williams.
Natilla Young.
Ishmael Rodriguez.
Sarah Grimmin.
Shamar Wilkins.
Dejanay Serrano.
Tony Gomes.
Arisbel Rosa Santana.
Javon Weiss.
Zaynique Cole. Chanel Bonner.
Marquise Chavez.
Michaela McIntyre. Jordane Blair.
Pronounce it Taka. Leonora Taka.
Daniel Borzi.
Leonora Taka. Tony Ann Rowe.
Conroy Leslie Jr.
Go, go, go.
Abigail Pinto.
Say it with expression, sis.
Matthew Fowler.
Tanisha Brown.
Sebastian Daly.
Amaya Carver.
Julius Cobbs.
Destiny Crockett.
Donovan Bruton.
Kiara Hamlet.
Jaleel Henry.
Sarah Bryn James.
Dylan Evans.
Stacia Pierre Lewis.
Mohammed Ferrer.
Ariel Ward.
Hander Cabrera.
Taisha Hines.
Ryan Fuller.
Shania Lemon.
Jaden Bowen.
Kiana Milty.
Nelson Quintanilla.
Brianna Sales.
Kimani Thomas.
Michaela Purchase.
Masai Roswell.
Serena Rose.
Evanel Luxama.
Shannon Washington.
Shamar Grant.
Khadijah McLaren.
Nathan Harding.
Shannon Pritchett.
Robert Scales.
Nia Scott.
Mohamed Diab Dia.
Haley Allen.
Nicholas White.
Nkechi Agu.
Devon Frater.
Jasmine Burton.
O'Neal Dennis.
Maylee Hernandez.
Ashmore Salmon.
Chanel Lewis.
Amion Grant.
Jenna Sharp.
Dimitri Errol.
Aww. Mia Sprouse.
You don't even have your diploma.
Tatiana Thomas.
Can you say Tanjani?
Hold on 1 second. Azora Lewis.
Yes, Sherry.
Tashanae Brown. Tashanae Brown. Destiny Reed. Jaden Lloyd. Taja? Tajay? Taja. Tasha Evans.
Last but not least, Rebecca Wilson. Last but not least, Rebecca Wilson.
And last but not least, Rebecca Wilson.
This concludes the 2019 commencement exercises for Mount Vernon High School. We would ask all parents and guests to remain in your seats while the dais recesses, as well as the graduates. You will be able to meet all of your graduates outside, but we would ask all parents and family members to stay in their seats during the recessional. Thank you so much. Safe travels to everyone, and God bless.
I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Riding on on the tractor, lean on in my battery, cheated on my baby. You can go and ask her. My life is a movie, go right in the booth. Cowboy got some Gucci, on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Gonna ride till I can't no more. Take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.